Hello there, this is Cridical from Critical Media, just taking a look at the 2018 release of Jeph Loeb and Tim Sale's Color Series, or the Coloring Book as I like to call it, which collects stories from 2001 all the way till 2015, although the Captain American story was the long delayed one. And normally what we do at this channel is give you an idea of what to expect if you ever come across this book in the wild. But I'm more so doing this video as an homage to Tim Sale, who, at least as of making this video, had recently passed away. And also as a reminder for Marvel to maybe reprint this for the masses. It's not rare. I have seen it at local comic book shops, still cheap, but I can imagine more eyeballs can definitely appreciate this. And yeah, I'm kind of a Tim Sale enthusiast, let's just put it that way, from like Billy 99, the early 90s work. Awesome story, by the way. To the point where I don't shut up about Tim Sale, where my cousin instinctively got me this cover for Detective 1000, the Tim Sale cover. Just goes to show you how much I don't shut up about the man. So this is more of an appreciation toward him, but I'll still try and do the traditional video here. Now, in terms of the exterior, yeah, just to give you an idea of the 4 stories you're getting, not bad there. In terms of the spine, you'll notice it doesn't get the dubbing of a omnibus or anything like that. It is the size of an omni. It's about 650 pages, so not bad there. And at least underneath the dust jacket, it does keep that 4-tone motif going, even on the wraparound side of it. So definitely appreciate that. Very unique in that sense. Now for the bonus material, they did stage it so that it's at the end of each story. So I guess I won't do that this time around, or at least I'll do it more organically. But as I mentioned, this is more to celebrate the man. So the color series deals with more like a media res tone. Like these characters are reflecting on their past. And the stories that they're reflecting on are actually from the original Silver Age runs of these characters. So like Daredevil Yellow is like literally the first 6 issues of Daredevil. And it follows, it's interesting how the art and the dialogue will match the original issue, but Jeph Loeb will include like his thoughts or the way the characters' thoughts on the occurrences when they reminisce. So it adds that new perspective and unique flavor to it. And the term colors, you know, like yellow, blue, gray, and white, it's more than just the aesthetic and the overlay. Yes, each story does have kind of that color overlay with each tone, but it also has like a double entendre where, you know, yellow is Daredevil overcoming his cowardice, not just, you know, jumping out and fighting criminals, but even with regards to his heart. And this is a great page where you can kind of see the juxtaposition between the Silver Age original versus Tim Sale's vision, where this is literally what happened in the original when he's chasing down the Fixer. And this is the more cinematic approach to it. As I've mentioned before on this channel, like Tim Sale has this awesome gothic expressionism style. Like if you're familiar with like the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari or just German expressionism from back then, you'll find a lot of movie posters and Tim Sale's work have a lot in common, where it captures the mood and tone of what we're trying to be presenting here. Very on point. And yeah, it does deal with his affairs of the heart when it comes to Karen Page, and it definitely sells it convincingly. But also just a reminder how good and how detailed Tim Sale can really be. Like it's more than just his avant-garde design on figures. It's his designs on environments and more so his vanishing points and his perspectives that he decides on. Very cinematic quality. So I've always loved that about this man. So damn good. Not to mention the little Easter eggs he keeps putting in the books. But probably one of my favorite pages of this series is this one, or should I say this sequence, where it really does capture that that playful and that connection between him and Karen. Like it comes off very authentic, very on point. Not to mention the pages subsequent definitely go right back to the mood of your traditional Daredevil, right? Man, Tim Sale in these environments, I swear. And just to give you an idea of what I meant earlier, where it does kind of position a lot of the bonus material toward the end of the story, that's kind of what I'm referring to here. Very on point. Not only an interview, you get introductions from Stan Lee and John Romita Sr., so nice touch. Probably most folks will know the Spider-Man Blue story more than the others, So definitely appreciate that. In that respect, it doesn't blame anyone for, the most popular superhero here. But as it's kind of hinting, it's more about his relationship with Gwen Stacy. It's kind of that him reflecting after already being married to Mary Jane for a few years. So it's like his admission or his confession to her through this tape recording, and it's very well done in the, of course, thought boxes here. But man, I always like this page because it almost has the same influence that that Tim Sale did for the Joker. A very narrow, big, toothy green goblin. So almost the perfect reflection there. But yeah, the kinetics are awesome. The design choices, the perspectives are perfect. It almost has this crude quality, but it works. Like, I don't know what it is about Tim Sale. He's always had dynamic posing, so it's always helped his work lift off pages. I definitely appreciate the attention to detail with the thicker eyes around Spider-Man, as it was back in the day with him. At least that was the most glaring characteristic of the older Spider-Man for me. But yeah, very faithful, very on point. Oh yeah, probably one of my favorite pages here, him being upside down there. Oh, I guess I missed it, my apologies. But overall, just excellent work overall. Man, oh man. Even down to one of the biggest lines ever. Yeah, jackpot indeed. But yeah, even this small nod to, what's his name, Drago, the second Vulture. I'm surprised that he even made it into this book, so very appreciative of that. Nice little lore for Spider-Man fans there too. But yeah, very heart-wrenching at the end. Yeah, this is him more so reflecting in the current day. So I like that maturity he and his wife have, and how she understands that he needs to do this confession. So definitely appreciate that. Hulk Gray, it definitely goes for that, Beauty and the Beast, or, Psyche and Cupid kind of idea where, yeah, he's more isolated. He's left wanting for Betty. Once again, it does deal with like the beginning days of the Hulk when he was still gray. As you folks know, it was more like two reasons. The in-story reason is gamma radiation, but the reality reason is price per page. It was more of a printing error issue that ended up working out for them to make him more green. But yeah, definitely like the way that this story is told. Probably this page especially. It's the monster at the door and she has no idea who's there. Love that angle. You are going to get a lot of kinetics here. But overall, of the 4 books, admittedly to me, this one is the most forgettable. It's good. It's just forgettable overall. But doesn't stop from Tim Sale's awesome design work here. Like the particulars of it. And this very sad page when he accidentally kills that rabbit. So very, very on point. It does at least have its good moments. Let's just put it that way. Very good work. Even that cameo from old school Iron Man. And then lastly, the long delayed Captain America White. So yeah, this book, it started in 2008, but there were so many delays. It took till 2015 to finish it. It was only 6 issues. But even still, this one more so deals with that relationship between, of course, Cap and Bucky, the camaraderie aspect of it. And man, it still manages to capture at least, the violence or the turmoil of the war. That's that serious tone. But at the same time, that playful banter between them. Yeah, they give Cap a love interest just to not ask any too many questions, let's put it that way. But as you can see, Tim Sale, he's Mr. Consistent. Like, geez, every damn year was always something good with this guy. And yeah, his use of lighting. He was more so hands-on with his books, so he rarely let anybody else touch them. Definitely like that aspect of an author or writer. But yeah, very unique angles, very unique perspectives. And yeah, at least overall, it had a good catharsis to it. Let's just put it that way. Man, I'm going to miss Tim Sale big time. And those were the days. But either way, folks, hopefully you guys get a chance to come across this book on your own. As I said, it's not expensive if you find it at a local comic book shop. And in that light, I felt the need to do this because I've been getting questions about this book in other videos, so maybe just time for it to give it its own shine. Maybe I'll give Billy 99 its own shine too. But hopefully I'll see you folks in the next video. Y'all folks take care.